What? Gel, I think? Oh my gosh, this is so cheap. Like, I'm happy. And then I realized that I just bought everything bootleg. Hey everyone, Cherry here. Welcome to another episode of Chit Chat with Cherry, and in this episode, I'm going to be doing show and tell style where I show you some of the weird bootleg anime merchandise I purchased. Before we continue, I do have to introduce our friend of the day, and that is gonna be Hamtaro! Oh my gosh, I love Hamtaro so freaking much. If you are unfamiliar with this series, you're too young for me. So yep, Hamtaro is going to silently judge me right here for my decisions that I've made. And you know this is a licensed product for sure because it has a little tag on it that has the logo of the company that produced it, and then it literally has the Hamtaro logo on here. It has the year it was made, 2002, and it has the copyright symbol on it. The following items don't have any of that on there. So the first thing I want to present as some of the bootleg merchandise that I purchased was something that is kinda ecchi humor, but I don't think it's too mature for the audiences, because you can see this product in broad daylight at an anime con, you know? So it's kinda sexual, but it's like not like really that bad, so like it's a boob mouse pad. I thought these things were so, you can't really tell on the camera, but it's like a boob mouse pad. Like this is like gel, I think. Anyways, I thought this thing was so funny back in the day when I first started going to anime conventions. I went to my first con in 2011, and I would say like my early con phase lasted from about 2011 to 2013. By 2014, I felt like I got it, but like before then, I was like kind of cringy a little bit. I mean, you can look back on my channel and determine that for yourself, but at that time, I thought these anime boob mouse pads were so amazing, so funny, so ecchi humor, so low-key lewd, so interesting, and very fascinating to me. It's definitely not a licensed product. When you flip it over, there's nothing. It's just black. And I don't know the company that, if you don't know who this character, this is Mio from K-On! And I don't think the original company would produce a product like this, so that definitely is like not licensed. So this is definitely like a bootleg product. And you know, besides it being bootleg and just like kind of cringe to own, because let's face it, this is just objectification at its finest of the female form. I know it's an anime character, call me an SJW, but like, come on. Regardless, I mean, putting that aside, it doesn't even function that well. Like, I don't really use mouse pads. I literally just put my mouse on the table. But like, if I tried using it before, and like, I never really, like, I don't know, like when I'm using the mouse, like here, let me actually demonstrate. Here we have a mouse. And so I guess actually, I mean, I'm not really using a computer right now, but oh, it's actually pretty comfortable. I forgot. I thought this, she might be making a comeback, because I'm now realizing this actually is pretty comfortable. I have no words for myself right now. Caught on camera, I'm exposed. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's let me know if you ever bought one of these boob mouse pads. And I've seen like a character that was like a baby and like the butt was like this area. That's drawing the line for me. But I guess it's anime where everything is just messed up. I might end up using this again, but in private. Not in that way. Okay, it's not even that big. So, to juxtapose, or contrast, this is the thing that's definitely kid-friendly. Now, this is of my favorite anime of all time. Sailor Moon. Yes, I know, kind of basic girl anime like, but you know what? Whatever. That series, religion. Sailor Moon is pretty much my religion. So when I was little, of course, I liked Sailor Moon since I was in preschool. And when I was in elementary school, actually for a large part of my childhood, my family and I would always drive out like an hour to this particular Asian grocery store. I don't know why we drove to this one, but like, I don't know, we went to that thing a lot. And they would have like these bootleg anime toys, and if you know, you know. This one actually really creeped me out when I was little. Like, when I first was in the store with my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Sailor Moon! And my mom was like, yeah, let's get it. And then after I owned it for a while, it creeped me out with how bootleg it was. And there was a special feature that I will get into in a bit that especially creeped me out that I now have disabled. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't so I could show you all. But it really creeped me out when I was little. So, you want to know what it is? Here it is. What is this thing? What is it? For me, these days, honestly, like, aesthetic. But, like, at the same time, WTF. So, this is Sailor Moon, allegedly. First of all, this is plastic. It's like a hollow plastic, and you hold it, it's kind of like a lantern, I would say. I don't remember if it actually lit up though. But this, okay, where do I begin? Okay, so this had like a stick attached to it that you would put batteries inside, and you would press like you'd flip like a little switch, and it would play like this really high-pitched 8-bit sort of version of It's a Small World After All. So it'd be like, is that, how does the song even go? It would be on like a loop. It really creeped me out after a bit, and then I just like broke the stick with the batteries, and now it doesn't do that. And this is like the little speaker, like it would play it off. Now that I'm like a mature adult with taste, I love the way this looks. The only thing I hate is just this thing, but like maybe it's kind of a look. Maybe she was just ahead of the game, and she is just the ultimate mascot for bootleggedness. An icon. That's Sailor Bootleg from my childhood. I was 8 when I got this. So this thing is like 18. No. I've had this for 18 years. So the final thing that I'm going to show you all, I know it was pretty short, I don't really have that much bootleg anime merchandise to be honest, but the last thing I'm going to show you is a smorgasbord. It's a part of a project that I've worked on for quite a few years. I have yet to really debut to the public, and it's something that I straight up innocently purchased without realizing that it was bootleg. Like, the price was so cheap, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cheap, like I'm happy. And then I realized that I just bought everything bootleg, and you know, I'm feeling conflicted about letting the world know that this, because I could just, you know, show off the finished project and not tell a soul of how absolutely bootleg like 75% of the whole thing is. So here it is.
Bonk.
My Nico Yazawa Ida bag. So back in 2015, Ida bags trend started. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, if you go to conventions a lot, you've probably seen this trend, but if you have no idea what this is, basically, it's a thing, it's like you buy a purse, a backpack, a tote, whatever, and with the way this bag is constructed, there is a clear plastic sleeve on the outside, and what you do is you open it up and you basically attach all sorts of anime merchandise of your favorite character. Ita bag is coming from the words bag and itai, which means hurt in Japanese, which is representative of how much your wallet is hurting from buying all this merchandise. Unless if you bought it all bootleg like me. So not all of these are bootleg, but like okay, so like if you look at like this type of charm, this is like I don't know what material this is, like vinyl? These are all basically little keychains, and so this is like a thing for like people that are really passionate and like really in love with a certain character. This type of like accessory, I guess you could say, is like how you can show off how much you love that character. And I really love Nico Yasua from Love Live. A regular price charm like this that's licensed will cost you about, maybe, I don't know, it depends. If you're buying it straight from Japan, it might cost you like $12. If you're buying it from someone that purchased it from Japan and is selling it at a convention, you might spend it might be like $15, maybe sometimes $20 or $12. It depends. Like when Love Live was hot, they were a lot higher price, but now people selling Love Live stuff, they kind of mark the price down because Love Live, at least this era of the anime, is now not that popular, and people are just trying to get rid of their stuff. It depends where you go. Regardless, a lot of these, okay, when I was first putting together my Ita bag, I was looking online and I was on eBay, and the sellers were all from China. No shade to China, but most of the official licensed products will be from Japan, of course. So I saw these charms for like $5, $6 from China on eBay, and I was like, wow, these are so cheap. Making an Ita bag will be super easy. So I bought a lot of them at the time. So like, this one is fake. There's nothing behind. There's no logo or anything or like copyright symbol on the back of it. This one's fake. This one's fake. This one's real. This one's real. I know that one. See, it has like the Love Live logo on it. This one is real. This one is fake. Oh no, this one's real. Joke's on me. This one's real. This one's real. This one's real, yeah. That one's real. This one's fake. Oh my god, that one's fake. This one's real. Yeah, that one's real. This one's fake. And I'm pretty sure this one's fake. Yeah, it's fake. So, there you have it. Along with that, with this bag, I do have a couple other keychains. This one is fake. This one is real. This one is real. It's like a metal type of keychain. And then this one isn't really, it just says I love Nico, so it's not really like, I guess it's bootleg, but it's not like a fake design. So this one's in purgatory, I guess you can say. And I really innocently purchased them, like, thinking that they were cheap because they just were. So if you ever want to buy anime merchandise and you don't want it bootleg, you will make sure that it's from Japan, or if it's used, the seller will say something like, this is licensed product. And like when I purchased some of these charms, well, when I purchased the ones online that were not bootleg, the person also gave like the box that it came in, so that's how you know it was real. So let me know in the comment section below if you've ever purchased anime bootleg merchandise, and let me know if it was innocently or you did it intentionally because you wanted to save some dollars. I think that bootleg merchandise is obviously immoral because you're giving money to someone that basically stole an idea and a design from someone else, but I know some people don't care about that. I do feel like anime conventions should have a responsibility of not allowing vendors that sell bootleg merchandise, but I do also understand that keeping track of all that is kind of hard with all of the vendors, and you never really know what someone's going to end up putting out on their table. But if cons aren't doing that now, they should at least start trying, because I don't think bootleg merchandise is cool. At the end of the day, though, it is people's money, so they're gonna spend it the way that they want. But I would say at least don't be like me and buy it out of pure innocence, because now you know what makes a product real and what makes a product bootleg. So that being said, thanks so much for watching, and you'll see me in the next video of mine you decide to click on.